Good morning, Notre Dame, and welcome back to ND Sunrise. My name is Lauren Price.
And I'm Ian MacKenzie. And right after this, we're going to get back to you with the top stories of this week. And welcome back.
If you've taken one step outside in the past week, you're well aware of the less than ideal weather taking over South Bend. On Tuesday, the university issued a cold weather advisory, urging students to close all exterior doors and windows, as there has been an abundance of frozen pipe failures across campus, some causing catastrophic leaks. So close your windows, lock your doors, and stay warm out there.
Last weekend, the 37th Annual Notre Dame Student Film Festival took place at the Browning Cinema in DeBartolo Performing Arts Center, with 3 days of student-made films that wowed audiences. The festival showcased films made by Notre Dame undergraduates over the past year, ending in an audience-determined vote for the Audience Choice Award. After a total of 14 student films presented and a total runtime of 1 hour and 19 minutes, the audience voted during the final screening last Sunday, awarding Robin Sanders with the Audience Choice Award for her film Between Sentences, an 11-minute documentary about navigating her life with two fathers behind bars, one of whom was a member of the Marquette Park Four, wrongfully imprisoned for 2 decades before exoneration. Learn more about all the films shown last weekend on Notre Dame's Department of Film, Television, and Theater's website at ftt.nd.edu.
Last Monday, campaigning officially began for this year's student government election. Eliza Jones and Riley Evers will be running against Mason McCark and Luke Parikh for the roles of student body president and vice president. The Judicial Council sent an email containing a form for students to submit questions for the candidates to answer during a debate. This debate will be held on Monday, February 2nd at 8:30 p.m. in Midfield Commons, right here in Duncan Student Center. Last year, voter turnout hit an all-time low, with only 18% student participation. This was only the second time in Notre Dame history that candidates ran unopposed, which could have contributed to the low turnout. This year, all of the candidates are looking to increase voter turnout, hopefully reaching the 50% mark reached 2 years ago in the 2024 election. You can cast your vote for either ticket on Wednesday, February 4th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Voting will take place on ND Central.
Well, I'm excited to see where this election goes, but even more excited to meet the candidates themselves. NDTV reporters sat down with the presidential hopefuls for an exclusive interview. First, we have Sydney here with presidential candidate Mason McCark.
Thanks, Mac. My name is Sydney Ojedis, and today I'm here with Mason McCart. We're going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming student body president election. He's one of the ones in the running. So Mason, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Mason. I'm a junior in Dillon Hall, double majoring in marketing and film. I'm originally from Natchitoches, Louisiana, so a very small town north of Louisiana, and I had 19 kids in my graduating class, K through 12, so really small environment. And yeah, I mean, I've just loved every second of Notre Dame, and it's just an honor to be here and to run for this position.
Amazing. So Mason, if elected student body president, what would be the biggest issue that you would focus on?
Building off of my prior experience in student government is definitely of the utmost importance to me, especially through my positions in the university policy department in the executive cabinet. Currently, we're working with the Department of Residential Life and Facilities to help improve dorm living conditions. The most important thing that I think needs to be fixed in the dorms right now that I'm seeing are the dorm shower heads. We hosted a survey that went out last year. Through student government, we received responses saying how they need to be improved, how we can work on them. So right now we want to really establish focus groups to really help raise that university standard showerhead because that's what's implemented across all dorms. We feel as though that's one of the most immediate and tangible things that we can achieve immediately.
Right. So Mason, what is something that you would like Notre Dame students to know about you as a candidate?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself to be a very involved person. You know, I think that I always just love to meet people and to go out and to hear people's stories, hear people's backgrounds. I am a very extroverted person in that sense, and I just love to be able to go and understand people's stories and to learn about who they are, what they value, what they dream of, where they come from, and having all those experiences with my friends that, you know, I've already had. I'd love to build off of that and to, you know, meet as many members of the Notre Dame community as I can and to hopefully improve their day-to-day lives. I mean, student government, we do a lot of maybe the background work that not everyone sees, usually meeting with administrators, enacting policy. And, you know, I don't want to do this position as a title grab. I mean, this is definitely a position because I want to be able to represent the people to the best of my ability and to connect with the people and to just let them have as good of Notre Dame experience as they possibly can.
Amazing. So a lot of amazing people have come through Notre Dame, whether it be academic minds or athletes. What do you think sets you apart to be, you know, in a leadership position of this size?
I mean, coming from a very small environment, I, you know, really had these big dreams of how I wanted to impact the world and who I wanted to be and how I wanted to treat others. And being limited for most of your life in that, you know, very small, minuscule environment, it definitely encourages you to break free and to, you know, shoot for the stars. And one day I hope to go into the film industry. And, you know, I think that it's very important that, especially through that industry, to be able to have the ability to tell stories and to have those experiences in order to do so. And I think that through my experiences that I gained at Notre Dame, I think that I have really been able to learn about what it truly means to be a Notre Dame student, what it means to be a Fighting Irish. And I think that by these experiences that I've gained through student government, through my other clubs, through my other positions, I do believe that I'm qualified for the position because I think that I have the broad range of experiences that are necessary in order to be as effective and efficient as possible in this role.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Mason. That's all we have for him today. Before we go over to Elijah, we're going to be cutting to Aiden with this week's episode of Leprechauns on the Lawn.
Hello, everybody. We're here at the Duncan Student Center, and we have a fun question for Leprechauns on the Lawn. We're asking students if they had to name their future child the name of one of the dorms on campus, what would they name their child? Let's go find out. Who am I here with?
You're here with Adithya.
All right, Adithya, if you had to name your future child the name of one of the dorms on campus, what would you name your child?
Probably Soren. I think it's a name that has a lot of history and a lot of legacy. It's a very respectable name, and it just sounds cool.
All right, who are we here with?
Ella.
All right, Ella, if you had to name one of your future children the name of one of the dorms on campus, what are you naming your kid?
Super basic answer, I'm going Ryan.
Who am I here with?
Dina. Mary.
All right, and if you had to name your future child the name of one of the dorms on campuses, what would it be?
Baby Stanford.
Aw. Who are we here with?
Natalia.
Matthew.
All right, guys, if you had to name your future child the name of one of the dorms on campus, what are you naming your kid?
I think Louis is a pretty good one.
Good answer, awesome.
Yeah, I would probably say Ryan.
Awesome, guys. We're here with Student Body President Jerry, and Jerry, the question is, if you could name your future kid one of the dorms on campus, what are you naming your kid?
I think I'm going to go with Pastorilla East.
Awesome answer. Thank you very much. Okay, who are we here with?
John.
Lauren.
Awesome. Guys, if you had to name your future child, the name of one of the dorms on campus, what are you naming your kid?
It's an excellent question. Probably Grace Hall.
Gotcha. What about you?
Zom.
All right. Well, that's all, folks. But as for me, I would probably say Bomber. Because Bomber Flynn, it's punchy, it's strong. It's like a kid with that name is born to be a football player. But that's all I got for you. Send you back up to the desk.
Well, thanks, Aiden. We're back here, and I'm with Elijah Jones this time, the other person in the running for the Student Body President campaign. Elijah, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Elijah. I'm a junior. I live in Alumni Hall. I study computer science. I am the athletics committee chair for the junior class council, and then I serve as judicial council president, and I'm in my second term.
Amazing. So, if elected student body president, what would be the biggest issue that you would focus on?
Yeah, of course. So my biggest issue is using the Campus Life Council to get change done on campus. So there are a lot of issues maybe with OCS, SAO, campus dining, res life, university counseling, and so the student body president can use the Campus Life Council to pass resolutions to get the university to take action on student issues. And so that my big thing would be we're passing as many Campus Life Council resolutions as possible to get things fixed, like cleaner plates in the dining hall, for example.
Amazing. So Elijah, what is one thing that you want to make sure that Notre Dame students know about you?
Yeah, I would say that I want Notre Dame students to know that I'm dedicated to fight for them. So our slogan is that we're fighting until every single voice is heard, and so I want to make sure Notre Dame students know that I will be a student body president that fights for you all.
Amazing. So Elijah, a lot of amazing people have come through Notre Dame, whether it's in academics or athletics. What do you think sets you apart to be the student body president?
Yeah, of course. So I would say the first thing would be my dedication to the student body. And so I believe that the student body president has to be someone who's dedicated to the job, who's willing to fight for the student body. And so I think that I have that experience. And then the second thing alongside my dedication would be my experience. And so the student body president has to know how to use the Campus Life Council. I've been on it twice. The student body president has to know how to use the Senate. I've been on the Senate twice. The student body president has to know how to work with the executive cabinet. I've worked with the executive cabinet for 2 years. And so not only am I dedicated, but I would say that I know what I'm doing and that I am extremely experienced.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Elijah. I'm letting you guys know to tune in for the debate, which is on Monday, and to follow along with their campaigns. The election is on Wednesday, February 4th, but that's all we got today, so thank you so much. We'll throw it back to the desk.
Thanks, Sydney. Speaking of exclusives, we have our very own Ryan Murphy here with an exclusive interview with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the creator of the North Quad Igloo.
Hey guys, my name's Ryan Murphy here out on the frozen tundra of North Quad, where curious residents have in recent days seen with wonder the ice palace that has risen up out of the ground to our right. It began as an ankle-high wall and has risen into what you see now, all thanks to the hard work of Liam Devine.
I've been building it since last Friday, so about a week and a half. And yeah, we just finished it last night, got the roof on it, and it's finally complete. On Friday, I'd basically been like asking my quad to come out here all week and build like some sort of snow fort or something, and finally on Friday they agreed to come out. So we built like the first 3 layers of it, and it was just kind of like we just did whatever and just made it into a semicircle. We weren't really going with a plan or anything, and we didn't think it was going to turn into anything. It was just kind of meant to be a fun little project. And so that was like the initial shape of it that we went with. And then I came out here the next day, and the next day, and for the rest of the week, I was putting in like 10, 12 hours on most days, just building my igloo. And yeah, it finished out like this, and it's looking pretty good for how it started.
I thought it was a bit, and Devine didn't, and he kept going. And every day I'd come out to class, and he'd be out here, and I'd get back from class, and he'd be up to like 2 a.m. doing this crazy thing. And it's right outside my window, which is awesome, so I get to see it every day. It's amazing.
That's great. Total, I've spent over 70 hours. I'm not sure exactly where, from 70 to 80, but at least 70 hours. And if you factor in like all the people that helped me like on the first night and everything, well over 150 hours of total work for like everyone.
And it's already getting some admiration behind you, as I could see. We have
the grounds crew. They've come by pretty often to check it out. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I've had like 3 or 4 of them come take pictures.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been a super fun time. And then the blocks, we make them just like if you can see over here. You use recycling bins and you pack some snow in, pour some water in, pack it down again, pour more snow in, make some holes in it. Water, pack it down, and just repeat it all the way until you have a block. You have to do it like 7 times per block. Mostly just the annoying part of it is carrying the water from the showers out here, because you use about half a bucket of water for each 1 block. So it's just a lot of carrying water and getting it splashed on you, and then it just freezing solid. So, But yeah, it's been some long days. I've been out here. I think the longest I was out here was for 13 hours. Went from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. So yeah, the latest I was out here was I think 4:30 in the morning. So yeah, spent some late nights out here for sure. I'm from Florida, so we don't get much snow down there. I don't know if you know that. And so whenever we get snow, I love it here. I've always like come out, built snowman and stuff in the past. And then this time we got so much snow that I was just like, why don't we go for a full? And so we built the first few layers, and I thought that was going to be it because we'd used like all the snow on this section of the quad, and then it just snowed again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and it stayed cold for a long time. And you know, I just kept building, and I had a lot of free time. Put off a lot of schoolwork, but you know, I've had some people say that grades are temporary, igloo is forever.
I think I'm gonna try and put a balcony up on the second floor because you can get onto the roof. There's like a little window in there that you can get in, and then maybe extend the entranceway, curve it in so there's no wind getting in there. Put up a window pane in the window, and then they'll be like fully sealed off. So yeah, we'll be done. And then probably help out with the chapel that's going up. I've met a ton of guys, like even in the hall that I hadn't really talked too much, that have been helping, and just guys that I already knew have been helping here and there, and just been getting closer. And it was honestly just really fun. You know, you're out here building an igloo. It's like really cold, so it's like you're both like grueling through it, but you just get to talk and have a good time. It's been really fun. And then yeah, we've had tons of people just like walk by and say, hey, what's up, and they want to come check it out, so they come check it out. And so I've met a lot of people through this igloo. So it's actually been a really, really fun time. It makes being out here alone some nights when it's really cold, it's like a little bit more fun with people that stop by. So I've really enjoyed it.
I don't think I've ever been that excited about an igloo before, but let's take it to the weather to see how long this igloo is going to survive.
Thanks, Lauren and Mac. My name is Allie Licygiewicz, and I am here with your weekend weather outlook. Today, we will have partly cloudy skies with a high of 14 and a low of 2. As we move into the weekend, we'll see our temperatures rise with a high of 18 and a low of 3 on Saturday, and on Sunday, we will finally see some sunshine with a high of 26 and a low of 4. So while these temperatures may be rising, it doesn't mean you can't wear hats, gloves, or scarves. Stay warm out there, Irish.
Well, we do have a lot of events on campus this week, so let's take a look at them.
Get your gown, tux, and poker face ready because it's casino night. Hosted by McGlynn Hall, casino night is tonight, Friday, January 30th, in Dinky Ballroom from 8 to 11 p.m. All proceeds go to St. Albert's Parish, so whether you win big or lose it all, you're still supporting a great cause.
Looking for a way to stay active despite the cold weather that just doesn't seem to go away? Warm up in the Racklin Murphy Museum of Art this upcoming Thursday with Artful Yoga, a free yoga instruction led by Notre Dame's very own beloved Yoga Steve, open to the first 30 participants that sign up. Engage with museum as a space for well-being and inspiration surrounded by the works from the collection. The event will be held on Thursday, February 5th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Mats are provided, or you can bring your own. And if you're interested, be sure to sign up at racklinmurphymuseum.nd.
Being back at school in this dreary weather can definitely take a toll on mental and physical well-being. To help minimize these effects, the McDonald Center for Student Wellbeing launched Bring the Bright, a series of events for students throughout January and February, prioritizing community connection and discovering new spots on campus. From weekly walks to rock climbing, painting events, and comfort dogs, Miguel is sure to have something for you. Students can even rent a happy light to help with the winter blues. Check out the full list of events, registration links, and rental signups on their Instagram at McGwellND. That's MCWELLND, or online at mcgwell.nd.edu.
If you've been hearing all the hype about Timothée Chalamet's lead role in Marty Supreme, but haven't gotten the chance to see it yet, DPAC has you covered. Josh Safdie's table tennis flick will be playing in the Browning Cinema on Thursday, February 5th from 9:30 p.m. to 12 a.m., with tickets available online at performingarts.nd.edu.
And that's all we have for today's episode of ND Sunrise.
From all of us here at the studio, we're wishing you a great day and a great rest of your week.
Go Irish!